Hi, can you hear me?
Happy dance.
Wow, hello,
Bula
hello,
Vinaka,
hello. Is my
sister.
Bulavinaka.
Oh, yes.
Bulavinaka. Oh my gosh, you remembered that?
I
Girl.
just have missed you and I wanted to show you how much by just welcoming you like that, like Bula Vinaka, and I just
Oh,
to show you that since we met, I
oh, thank
really felt that
you.
was a genuine, solid connection with a sister from another mother.
Oh,
So I think the best title that I could think of for this conversation, although we'll go broad and everything because it's like a cross-cultural type of conversation that I want us to have and
yeah.
share of our own cultures and just experience each other as sisters, you
Mm.
know.
Well,
So I think a
hopefully.
good point for us to start is to start with the names, right? Because I think a good title for this conversation
Mhm.
would be What's in a Name? Because that's also one of
Right.
the conversations we had when we met. The
Right.
beauty of our
Yeah.
names, how they carry so much
That.
meaning, so much
Mhm.
weight. Oh, yeah, I love that. And how parents are so careful when they pick names. So my name is, well, Lebo for short, but full name Lebohang. Lebohang basically means give thanks. And it's such a common name, actually. A lot of Lebohangs in South Africa.
Oh, oh,
Yes,
really?
because, and a lot of people, when you say your name is Lebohang,
Mhm.
they immediately assume, of course, your parents gave thanks to God. It's just that, yeah, that awareness that
Mm,
Africans believe that children are a gift from God. My name means give thanks. And
mhm.
I always hope that I live up to my name. I always give thanks to God for my life, for the talents He's given me, and everything that I do. It's just like a life of being thankful. It's like I'm always in this mode of being thankful.
Mm. Oh,
So
wow. Yeah. Amazing.
so that name is so the Hang part, Lebo Hang, it's Gang. It's like gang, basically. Gang.
Mm.
Yeah, but it's Hang. So it's Setswana, the language, right? Setswana. Yes, so there's a close relationship the Botswana people have with Basotho because in Sesotho, the name Lebohang, it's also very, popular, very common, but they spell it with an H. So it's Lebo, Lebohang. And even when they say it, when they pronounce it, it's Lebohang. You know?
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
Lebohang, not Lebohang. So it's always been one of those things. When I introduce myself to Basutu people, I
Yeah.
say I'm Lebohang. They say, "Oh, Lebohang." I say, "No, no, no, Lebohang." In your language, yes. In my language, it's with the G, Lebohang. But we just fool around like that. They know it's Lebohang. They know how to say it. Does that sort of relationship, exist in languages that you know that you grew up speaking or anything like that? Something similar? Or how do parents go about giving names and maybe start with taking me through what your name means and then maybe you go to other interesting facts that you can tell me about your language.
Okay, so I think we do have like the same perspective when it comes to names.
Mm,
And name carries meaning, and also history. There's a history behind
yes.
our names, and so basically I believe that there's a significant meaning behind every name.
Yeah.
And so for my case, I grew up in a big family, I would say. So I'm the eldest of eight. And so, having said that, my parents, what they do with us is they named us after probably our aunties or our uncle. And so, we're named after someone.
Yes.
Uh, Usually, the reason why they do that is to honor that person.
Mm,
Myself, I have four names. And so, my first name is Andy, which is spelled as Adi. So in English, you would, of course, someone would just say Adi. So when it comes to D, you have to add an N at the beginning. Or when it comes to pronouncing something with B, you have to pronounce
M,
it with MB.
like Bula Vinaka. Bula, like I.
Yes, yes, exactly. You got it right. And so when it comes to my name, it's because it's a the consonant is D, you have to add an N towards it. So it's Andy.
Andy.
Yes. But it's spelled as ADI.
And the
And so
meaning?
and the meaning behind my name in well, Andy is like a royal name. The reason why my dad gave that as my first name is because we I come from a Chifli tribe, like a Chifli family. And so you'll find all my siblings, we have the same first name, Andy. Andy is like a title, a royal
I see.
title.
So
So all of
basically, if you tell somebody who knows, who's aware, they would immediately know what your name represents. Oh,
yes,
I
they
love
would
that.
immediately, yeah, immediately they will know, oh, so she comes from a Chifley family.
Yeah.
So, like, there are positions in a tribe. So you have those that are speakers of the tribe, and then we have fishermen of the tribe. We have warriors, and so all my siblings, we do have the first name as Andy, and the man in our household, their first name is Ratu. So Ratu is Ratu, Ratu.
Yes.
So, but the second name is different. So, but the first name, we all have that chiefly title. Yeah. So, yeah. When it comes to a royal title, I see it as, to me, like it reminds me of dignity, responsibility,
Yes.
and pretty much having, the grace to carry yourself wherever you go. So
Mm.
that is pretty much what it means to me when it comes to the word Andy, my first name.
Yes.
But my second name, it's called Taivuna,
Yes.
Taivuna, Tivuna. And Taivuna, it means connected to the source or from the source, from
Oh.
the source. Yeah. And so there's a history behind that because of my grandmother. See, it talks about one of these olden stories that transpired, that eventuated during the olden days. And so my grandmother was like the only woman that survived. Back then, they usually have, tribal wars.
Yeah.
So yeah, and my one of my grandmothers was such a brave, strong woman back then. And so my dad named me especially after that grandmother of mine. Looking back, I never even thought the meaning behind it until I asked my dad about it. And so my fourth name is Dikata, it's Dikata. It doesn't have a meaning. I was named after my auntie. My auntie carries the name Ndikata because she was my dad's older sister, and since then my dad looked up to her because she was such a respectful woman,
Mm.
and because she was also an intelligent woman. And so in honor of her, but then yeah, so from what I've been told, she was like a brilliant young woman who lived with faith, purpose, and compassion. And that's the reason why he wanted me to follow in her footsteps, that I would grow up to be the person that, he decided me to be, like to follow in her footsteps. Yeah. So yeah,
Wow.
because of that it carries, and because it doesn't have like a literal meaning, but it was given by my grandfather to my auntie, and because of that it carries a lot of, sentimental value in our family.
So,
And yeah.
so Andy Taivuna Dikata.
Right, yeah. My dad he deeply loved and respected his older sister. There's seven of them, and there are only two women in the family. And so one of them got married, but this particular auntie of mine, she died single. She was never married, but she
Mm.
was a missionary and she traveled a lot, taking the gospel, and she's been around the Asian continent.
Mm.
See? Now it just dawned into me because she went to the Asian continent.
And look at where
And
you're living.
I know, right? It never occurred to me that I'll be, in a in an Asian
Yeah.
continent. Never even occurred to me, But I think like for him, he hoped that I would grow up to reflect the same strength, faith, and the character that she had. For me, carrying her name is also a way of me honoring her legacy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the
Mm.
kind of woman that I
Aspire,
strive,
hope to be.
aspire, strive to become. Yeah, yeah.
Wow, because it's like personified, it's like her personified.
Exactly.
Even though
Yeah.
the name comes with her character. The name
Yes.
comes with her life, her memories,
Memories.
everything. Yes,
Yes.
her
Yes.
passion for
Her
living
passion.
her life the
Mm-hmm.
way she lived it. And I think it's still very powerful if you were named
Mm.
after her. And
Yeah.
then also Tairuna, and then like the everything just I think is so connected because
Yeah.
it's kind of like giving you that confidence of just walking
Exactly.
tall wherever you are in the world.
Mhm.
You just have this
Exactly.
confidence because of where you come from and the
Yeah.
names you were given and the people from your
Mm-hmm.
tribe, the people that have carried you and have
Mm.
molded you to being the woman that you are.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All of them are in you. All of oh
Yeah.
yeah, everything that we are today, it's
Yeah.
all the DNA, the
Mm-hmm.
making of a person. It's not just parents. It's
Mm-hmm.
everybody in the
Exactly.
lineage. So, oh, yeah, that was beautiful. Thank you for sharing. But
Yeah.
I also would love to hear.
That's Sorry, let me
Mm.
just, because that's just the third name, and I have a surname that encompasses the whole
Whoa.
family.
Yes.
It's called, my surname is Mbula Mimbao. So that talks about the history of my family, like the whole entire family, the whole
Yeah.
tribe. And it has a story. And I tell you, yeah, it encompasses the journey of our family lineage.
Mm.
And yeah, way back to in the early 1800s
Wow.
to 1900s. Yeah, it's interesting that we got that and what happened, like what eventuated during that period. So the name was carried down from one generation to the next, and we
Yes.
still have it today. So, but it dated back like way back, like my forefathers, like 12, 13 generations. Yeah.
That's wow, that's profound.
Yeah. And so, yeah, that's the fourth name. And I tell you, sometimes when I go do applications, and a lot of people, like, even the Chinese, were like, what? Yeah. What?
So many names.
How many names do you
Can you
have?
fit them all in the form?
I had to bring, because I couldn't even fit in one. So I had to find spaces within the application form to fill the rest of my names because it's in the passport, it's everywhere in my birth certificate.
Yeah.
And so they'd be like, "Oh, we have to bring a special paper for her to fill her name, like for her to write her name because there's no space." And
That's unique.
and in that surname, it has events that occurred then and what happened. And so yeah, that's
Wow.
that's another story. It's
Because
yeah.
speaking of the Chinese, do you know that actually for them, they only have two characters for the name?
Yeah.
Yes.
Two characters. I'm like, that
Two.
is so
That's
easy.
it. So that's why some of the characters are so complex because they're trying to condense the meaning. When the parents are naming the
Oh.
child, they're trying to condense the meaning, and that's why it's just so many lines and it's so intricate. I think it's also very
Mhm.
beautiful and unique to their culture. So literally the
Mhm.
surname is one character and then the name is two characters.
Two characters.
So
Wow.
when you learn to read, so because I'm starting to, well, not I've started a while ago, I'm starting to read. So
Mm-hmm.
when you start to really understand and you make sense of it, it's really powerful because I started with names. So I started with my students' names. I said, oh, okay, I know the numbers. So if this is one something, you know, and then I learned maybe one faith. I see I learned how to read that character that it basically means faith, or this means
Mm-hmm.
promise, like knock is promise. So
Mm.
Some kids are one promise, that's their name. One faith, Shin
Oh,
Yat.
one promise.
Yes, or Yat Shin, Yat Shin Yat, one faith, one promise. One. So
Oh.
I started to see, okay, I said, oh, this is really
Hmm.
powerful. And I
Yeah.
even learned how to write my name in Chinese, if because there's actually a student whose name is
Hmm.
similar to mine, or if not the same meaning, because her name means give thanks in English.
Oh,
So
wow.
when I saw those characters, I said, "Oh, this would be how I would write my name if I was
Oh,
showing a Chinese person the meaning of my name, you know?" So I
yeah.
think there's just so many ways that we can find for us to connect and meet
Hmm.
somewhere. And language
Hmm.
is obviously one of those ways, because people think language separates us, but it doesn't, and it shouldn't.
Oh, yeah.
It actually
Shouldn't, yeah.
connects us. And
Connects us. Yeah.
mm, so, but how was your home life? How was your upbringing? What were the kinds of
Wow.
experiences that you think shaped you?
Well, it's been an experience because I come from a big family, as I mentioned before, and home is home, literally, and it's very different from where I am today. And so, how we lived our life back then when I was growing up was totally different. The background that I was brought up in was pretty much communal. I remember growing up, my grandparents stayed with us because I was the first child. And so I guess because my parents were young then, and so,
I
both
know.
sides of,
I'm also a
yeah, my,
firstborn.
oh, really? Wow,
I'm a
interesting. I didn't even
I'm
know
a
that.
firstborn, so I understand exactly what you're saying, because a lot of Africans, when the firstborn child is born,
Okay.
they assume, well, it's true, it's the correct assumption to have, that the mother doesn't really know anything about raising a child, caring for a newborn. So the
Mm-hmm.
mother would then go over there. In fact, they go there before she, gives birth, before she welcomes
Gives,
the
but yeah.
child, so that they
Mhm.
can help them and kind of just prepare them mentally,
Yeah, to prepare
emotionally,
them. Mm-hmm.
everything. And then when the child is there, they actually show them how to nurse the child, how they teach them how the baby should latch on when they're sucking, and how to
Mm-hmm.
best
Yeah.
breastfeed, and how to bathe the baby, everything. So the
Mm.
grandmother would bathe the child and show them, this is how you hold their head up, this is how you support the neck, and all these things.
Yeah.
And then when the second child comes, it's not really, that much of like a hands-on
Yeah.
grandmother that you would
Hmm.
see as playing that kind of
Yeah.
a role. But they do it for the
Yeah.
first child, and then they say, okay, you're
First
okay now.
child. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now we're done. You can now experience the rest of life by your own selves, like you're adults
Baby
now.
number two,
So,
baby number three, that you should
yeah, number
know.
two. And so you can imagine there's eight of us, the rest of the seven.
Oh,
Yeah, I didn't see my grandparents quite often at home then. So it's just once in a while. Probably probably it's just during Christmas, or if there's a special ceremony, birthday, then you could see them there. But it's not yeah, not during my time when I was born. So they were there, constantly there throughout that period of life, my life.
mm,
So they were with us, like my grandparents from my mother's side, my maternal side, and also from my paternal side. So you get to see them, and yeah, it was just so different. And then the responsibility shifted towards me now that I became the eldest, because of the attention is mostly on the youngest rather than the oldest. So at some point in my life, I find it quite unfair. I think it's just part of life. You just grow, and then
yes.
that's.
You have children that were born, and it was just them, and they're an only child. Some people wish they
Mm,
came from a smaller family, but
yeah.
there are good things that can really come out of that. You learn how to share. You become mature very
Yeah.
quickly, especially as the
Mm,
eldest, taking care of others. You become selfless. You become
selfless, exactly.
patient. So all
Hmm.
these, and part of them are fruits of the spirit. You know,
Yeah.
those fruits of the
Exactly.
spirit are patience, humility
Mm,
and kindness and
mhm.
tolerance. So it's things that come from home, that start from home. And most of the things you learn when you come from a big family.
Mm.
If it's just you, the only child, you don't have somebody
Yeah.
who pushes
Yeah.
your buttons and annoys you.
Yeah, and that's one of the blessings, coming from a big family. And so, like you mentioned, you modeled sharing what it is to have compassion for others, how to be selfless, how to be sacrificial as well. You had to
Yeah.
like sacrifice. If I had this toy, I'm like, okay, now it has to go. It has to pass down. So we have the same toy from one, two, three, four, five, six, right
Clothes
down to number eight. So
and
yeah,
clothing
but the
too.
clothes, exactly. Clothing. Probably it was just in the mind. I would find it unfair, but then it was a blessing. I would consider it as a blessing
Yes.
as well because it shapes me for who I am today because of what I model when I was growing up. So those traits I practice, I sort of cultivated while I was growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's amazing how you mentioned fruit of the spirit. And one of the fruit of the spirit that I struggle is patience.
Patience.
That is something that has really helped me down. Oh my goodness, when you talk about patience, the Lord help me.
Lord have
And
mercy.
have mercy. Oh my word. Yeah, really, really has really tested me to the core.
Mm.
But then family is family, hey? Whatever you
Family's
go through,
family. And you,
yeah.
you don't choose your family,
You choose, right?
the
And
family
you
you're
just
born
grow
into.
through.
You don't
Yeah.
choose it.
And whatever you face, you just grow through those circumstances. You just grow through what you experience, what you go through. So, yeah, and it's been an amazing journey. Yeah, coming
Oh,
from a big family. And I tell you, because with there's eight of us, someone came to visit our house and they were looking, where's they were trying to look for us, look for our house. And so one of the neighbors said, if you just stand on the road, just stand on the road, because we live along, beside the road.
yeah.
Just stand on the road, like along the highway. We're close to the highway, but there's actually a road inside our,
Okay.
like our community, like our compound.
All right.
And so this person told the other person, trying to direct him, and said, if you just stand on the road and just listen. There's how many houses? Like there's like 20, 30 houses, and just stand there and try to listen. Listen, use your ears and listen. The noisiest house in the
Oh,
neighborhood,
I knew it.
the house.
I knew it. Listen to where the noise is coming from.
The noisiest house, you know for sure that's the
That's
house.
the
You
one.
never go wrong. And the person finally managed to find our house, and it
Yes.
was true. And he came, told us the story, and I'm like, what? Are we that loud in the neighborhood?
Funny.
Because my mom, she could be holding this coconut broom and be chasing us, because there's eight of us and we have three boys and five girls. And, mom has to put up with us and she'll be there with her. It's either a long wooden stick or even
Yeah.
a coconut broom, like this particular broom that is made from a coconut leaf. Yeah, and chasing us, or yeah, so you can imagine what's going. Yes.
Oh, I don't even want to ask what you did.
I tell you, please.
Oh, how important is it to get the blessing? To any
Yeah.
new thing that you want to do, as long as it's new.
Oh, yes, totally. It's very important in our culture, especially for as a Fijian, that is so important
Mm,
that you get your parents' blessings. When your parents are not involved in your
mm,
new decision, or any decision making or new venture or anything that you wanted to pursue, when they're not involved, it does have a negative implications on you.
mm,
And so, for me, like I've always believed that you need that blessing. You need the, because you were under their covering at one point. Now that you're moving out, you're starting your own life. Now that they've released their hands on you, and the way they could release you so that you can journey, walk your journey is through their blessings. Because I've always believed when Abraham's blessing, we see that in the Bible, how when you live a blessed life, a life that was blessed by those
Who came
above
before
you.
you? Yes.
Before you, exactly, yeah. And so it carries so much meaning, it carries so much life. And so it is so important, so necessary for us in our culture that we get that blessing. And there's no way that I'm living without my parents' blessing, that's for sure. For me personally.
Yes.
Because if it, yeah, because I've always, because I know the moment that I go ahead without their blessing, somehow, somewhere down the line, I'm gonna get stuck.
Oh,
I'm gonna be running back to them. I've always had this, like, I can see it, like somewhere down the line, maybe 6 months or 1 year time, there's somewhere that I'll hit a bump. Yeah.
yes.
And so I've always had, because I've experienced that before, how I just wanted to do my own thing without consulting them or
Same.
without understanding. Yes, I
Oh,
was a prodigal person at one time.
oh
There
boy.
you go. We started to like think that we know too much, and that's how you get stuck in the way. So,
Oh,
yeah, so I felt that, and I've experienced that, I encountered that, and I'm like, okay, never, never, ever, I'm gonna do that again. And it's important to always come back to your parents and talk about it, even if they're older. If sometimes we think that our parents, they're old, like they're not relevant in your decision making, like they're not their
mm,
advice no longer, yeah. And sometimes we think that because of education, and we're trying to flaunt
technology.
our achievements, yeah, our success, because we got degrees and all that, and we think that, oh, the advice is no longer needed, it's irrelevant,
Mm,
yeah. And so, but I believe that there's always power when we come back to them. There's this release of blessing
yeah,
and anointing,
yeah.
and sort of this authority that comes on you when you begin a new life,
They have
and when you
wisdom to share with
exactly,
us.
wisdom as well, yeah. And so you're confident when you walk in this next journey, you're confident knowing,
Yeah,
okay,
I can face
yeah,
anything.
you face anything, yeah.
Yeah. It was
Yeah,
one of
yes,
my proudest moments to be able to sit with somebody on a
yeah.
piano and teach them a song or two for them to get
Mhm.
it like within minutes. You just
Mm,
amazed me. You amazed me. It showed me
mm,
how present you were. You were so
mm,
present. You were locked
mhm.
in. You
Yeah,
you were looking at my fingers playing and you got those chords and
yeah.
you play
So
them
it was
exactly.
difficult.
It was, but I said to you, keep playing, keep playing. When you make a mistake, we start again. When you make a mistake, we start again. And the thing is, there's just no cheating an instrument. When you're learning
Mhm,
an instrument, you can't cheat your way out of there's no quick way
mhm.
about it. You have to go through the chords, the scales. You say you don't have patience, but you kept at it. Ah, my heart. I was like, oh, I love that.
I come from a musical family. The whole family,
So it's in the
they,
DNA already.
yeah, it's in the DNA already. And so, okay, when I talk about music, it's pretty much like our focus is pretty much on singing than playing an instrument. And so,
Mm,
so that's the area that I wanted to emphasize. It was more on
yeah.
singing. I find piano is such a fascinating instrument. Although there are some other instruments that are just so beautiful, the sound that it gives. But then piano is something that I wanted to learn, but then I didn't have, yeah, I would say I didn't have the time
Of
because
course,
none
yeah.
of my family plays that particular instrument. I put most of my energy towards singing because the whole family singing, right? When you gather on Christmas Day, I've always loved our family harmony when it comes to Christmas and everybody sing a Christmas hymn. Oh my goodness, that's the best time of my life. But I would say that mastering both singing, after I had that encounter when I met you, I would say that mastering both singing and playing takes years of dedication,
Yes.
and I find it quite challenging. And so half the time I'll be stopping, like, okay, let me just not sing and focus on playing instead. But when I'm playing, all of a sudden I'm singing, I just can't. Okay, do you stop
Exactly.
singing? Stop singing. You have to play. So take one thing at a time. So play first, then you sing, and then try to put them together, you spend so long developing, your voice, and then you begin to put the same focus and discipline
Yeah.
on playing the instrument. And
Yes.
so that is something like what happened, like what transpired last year. So, like, for me, it was like a game changer because it opens up a completely,
Yes.
yeah, and suddenly you're just not, you're like, wow, I'm not just performing the music, I'm actually seeing how it's built. Because I usually my family we sing with a hymn book, with a
Yes.
hymn book because we have these notes, the sheet music, and so half the time I'm like, okay, how do I know how to, but I'm like, how does it make sense? And now while I'm doing that, it just makes sense. Understanding the movement of the notes,
Mm.
and that was like all these little pieces, started to come together, and that it just makes the music come alive. Like for me, I'm like,
Oh,
wow,
wow.
that was, yeah, the experience sort of like deepens like your connection towards music, to the song in particular, in a way that only speaks, like for me personally, in a way that it speaks to me personally. It's like, for me, it's like discovering another layer of music that's always there, that was always there. Even when I was in the bathroom, like, I still trying to picture all the hands, the movement, the chords,
Wow.
which I was trying to figure out, in my head. It kept
You
going
can
on.
see
So,
the piano.
yeah, I could see it. Yes. I could see it. Because in the bathroom, I sing a lot. And my mom is like, can you, like, stop it? Stop it. Just go to the bathroom, 5 minutes and out.
You wanted to
Yeah.
keep the momentum, from
Hmm.
when you left Hong Kong. Get
Yeah.
there and you get situated, and then you buy your own instrument and you can practice. Good on you.
Yeah, and so now I'm playing. I remember we had like a women's brunch here. I was confident enough to bring the piano and just play one, two songs, and I was like practicing. It was Pinktober last year. Yeah. Thank you for people such as you having God that
No
brought along
need
my
to
way
thank
into
me.
my
No need to thank me. I was only happy to do it.
now coming to teaching and everything. I'm enjoying it. Like now it carries more depth and meaning.
Of
Now that I'm
course.
teaching it, it
Yeah.
all makes sense to me. Because remember, I told you I started learning music theory and then applying it to the piano. And
Yes.
now I'm understanding all these chord notes. This is wow.
Yes.
I'm being blown away completely, like till today. Like I still
Music
have
is
the keyboard sitting
powerful.
right there
Yeah.
beside me. It never goes like it's always in the living room and people enter my house. I'm like, wow, you have a keyboard? Yes, they know that I'm making music here.
Music is
Yeah, so.
powerful. So tell me, which worship songs do you love? I mean, I know there's so many, but your go-to ones when you are feeling down, or even when you're happy, or just, when you just want to relax. What's your go-to
Mhm.
worship songs for any mood?
Well, we go through seasons in
Of
our lives, right?
course,
We go
yeah.
through the 4 seasons, like,
Oh,
and
yeah.
we have playlists for the winter, for the summerish, where it's all joyful and
Yes,
yeah,
jubilant
loud.
and loud and
Jubilant, exactly. And then you have the fall, autumn. And so those 4 different seasons, there are some songs that really speak to you in certain seasons that, yeah.
mm.
There are songs that are timeless,
Oh, yes.
that transcends through every
Every
season,
season. Hello.
every season, you name it. you name it. Like it
Oh,
transcends through every season. You
oh,
know, honestly, for me, I have a lot of songs in my playlist. Like I listen to all the songs, even the old, even the new ones, even
yeah,
the hits, like different kinds of songs. Like my playlist is like crazy.
yeah.
But then there are certain songs that resonate deeply with you that, like I mentioned
Stayed
before, it just,
relevant.
yes, yes,
Mm,
exactly. That particular song, there's a couple of them. But then, like right now, as we speak, there's this song that just comes off my spirit naturally, and that is a song, Turn Your Eyes Upon
upon
Jesus.
Jesus,
Yes.
look full
In his wonderful face, and
and
the things
things of this earth.
that will grow strangely
Mm,
dim in the
in the
light
light
of
of
his
his
glory.
glory and grace.
There you go. So that song, oh my goodness, it's timeless. That song takes you through and through. Come what may, mountains,
Yeah.
storms, wars, because it's, of course, it's gonna come. Like it's already been, chronicled, it's been prophesied in the Bible, it's gonna come.
Yes.
But
Matthew
those who,
24, the entire chapter.
exactly,
All of it.
it's coming. We cannot stop it. It's gonna come, you know? The love of many is gonna grow cold.
Yes.
But if your eyes is fixed on Jesus, He is our peace, He is our hope.
There are songs that this is your mom's favorite hymn. This is your
Mom's
sister's
favorite.
favorite
Yeah.
hymn. This is your. So I have songs like that as well. That when I'm thinking of my
Oh,
mom, I know where to
yeah.
go.
There you go. You know the song, you
I
just
know the song
click
I have to
play
play
and
when I'm
then
missing my
this
mom.
is it. Yeah.
And I can
One of
hear
my
her voice
favorite.
in the kitchen
Yeah.
when we're cooking and she's singing it.
Singing it exactly. And one of my grandma's favorite is It Is Well. It is
Come
well.
on, that's my mom's as well.
That song,
Hello.
man. Yes.
Whatever my love.
Thou hast taught me to say.
Yeah.
Oh man, that song. Sorry, one question. Do you sing? Because when I sing that, I sing it in Fijian. That's why I'm like, okay, the
Oh
English version.
yeah. Oh
But I still
yeah.
remember that first
The
chorus, but I
words.
usually sing it in my language. Yeah.
That's the
So,
other thing. You see the beauty of, you know, because
yeah.
other songs you go to them in English, other songs you go to them in your language, other songs,
Yeah.
yeah. I have those
Mm.
songs as well. I have to sing it in Setswana, my mom's language. And there are other songs I have to sing it in
Mm.
English. It's just I've never really loved singing in Afrikaans. I couldn't be bothered.
Why?
I couldn't be bothered to sing in Afrikaans, okay?
Oh
But
my goodness.
yeah, but I've worshipped in the colored community, and there are coloreds in, my dad's side of
Yeah.
the
Oh, okay. So
I've
yeah, yeah.
shared with you.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
I've
Oh
been
yeah, yeah.
in a colored congregation, all colors, and we're all singing in Afrikaans. I can sing in Afrikaans, but I couldn't be bothered.
I think the translation in our language is, I don't know, I didn't connect well with the Fijian version when it comes to the chorus. When it comes
Oh
to the chorus, I like to sing it in English. But when it goes back to the verse, I sing it in Fijian. I know I'm crazy, but that's how it's.
no, that switch up is very normal for multilingual people. Okay. Oh Lord, my God, how great thou art. Yeah, that's another one.
Like it's so beautiful. And
Yeah.
so I remember back in our church, I was leading this song, and then I just, because it was an English speaking church,
Mhm.
and so we have multiracial congregation, we have a multiracial congregation, and
Yeah.
so all of a sudden I had to switch to the Fijian language. Like, I couldn't contain it. It just connects to me on a deeper level that
Yeah.
even singing it, I couldn't even sing it. Like, to me, it was more than a song.
You have to live it.
Yes. Like the encounter that I had that song, I still have it today because it was so different. I couldn't explain the feeling because it was different.
I wish all of God's best for you.
Likewise, thank you for this opportunity. Thank you. It's a privilege, to have this conversation, like this
Mm.
honest, raw, open
Yes.
conversation across the board, like across from continent, from one continent to the next.
Come
And
on.
it's just amazing what God can do, like how he, orchestrated things and how he connected people, and what a blessing. It's been a blessing to me.
Yeah.
And so, yes, until we meet again. All right.
Later.
Good
Bye.
night.
How great thou art. How great thou art. How great thou art. How great thou art. When through the woods and forest glades I wander and hear the birds sing sweetly in the trees. When I look down from lofty mountain grandeur and see the brook and feel the gentle breeze, then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art. How great thou art. Then sings my soul,